think some technical terms are difficult to pronounce or translate in English. So for that, may I have the approval to speak in English. So now question number one, we see that the same mangoes are being imported into Bhutan, same level, but then clarification is required here. So when we say same mangoes, it may not be the same mangoes. It can be different batches of mangoes or the consignment that are coming into Bhutan. So for that reason, food safety certifications from the exporting countries are based on commodity and as well as consignment based. So first thing I would like to clarify on this, so it's consignment based. And the other thing is, as Mijay has already pointed out, so we have conducted 2 rounds of testings on the different varieties of mango that is being imported into the country. And then in the first round, since only 2 samples tested positive for calcium carbide ripening, it was not conclusive. So that's why we had to conduct the second round of testing. And from the second round of testing, we have found out that more than 50% of the samples failed because they tested positive for calcium carbide. And that pertains mainly to the Langra varieties of mangoes. So as such, Bhutan FDA has exercised the import control system, whereby we have asked all the fruit importers who are dealing with the import of mango into the country to actually apply for the import permit and then accordingly fulfill the import conditions. So firstly, on the biosecurity aspects, that is the mango imported in the country should be free from pests. And number 2 is on the food safety requirement, that is the mango should be free of calcium carbide. So that is the response regarding the import of mangoes into the country. But when it comes to the instant Korean noodles that are being imported into the country, we would like to state that currently the instant noodles are not under the import control system, because from BFDA side, we feel that this instant noodles are not high risk. And also the question mainly talks on the labeling that is being there on the instant noodles in the but then as such, single food cannot be claimed as being carcinogenic. So for example, there are warnings on even coffees being injurious to health, but it doesn't mean that it will cause cancer per se. So that we have to understand. And the reason why the Korean noodles have this warning, the other question that we should ask ourselves is, these are some of the legal requirements from some of the importing countries. So for example, the state of California states that whatever products are imported into their jurisdiction, the commodity has to be labeled as per the legal requirements. So legal requirements, they are saying there are more than 900 plus ingredients that are being used in the noodles. But then if any one of the ingredient is falling under this 900 listed chemicals, then they has to be labeled. So this is the legal requirement from the state of California. That's why the company also has fulfilled the labeling requirements. And the other thing is, if a food commodity is not safe for consumption, so that is not allowed to sell, even in their country. So that's why we have competent authorities for food safety in all the countries who is looking after the safety aspects. So if the food is not safe for consumption, then it will not be allowed to market. So I need clarification.